With that now, let's go back to this story. And let's see, because there's a problem going on with this father and his children, or this family. The problem is, something was churning inside of the son, the younger son. And it wasn't good what was bubbling up, what was percolating inside. It wasn't good at all. Because the moment he got a hold of money, he went to a distant country, so nobody would be able to have any accountability or hold him accountable or any authority in his life, and he squandered the money in wild living. When you read verse 31 of Luke 15, it tells you, it describes, it wasn't just wild living in terms of party. He was spending the money with prostitutes as well. And verse 31 clarifies that. Now, so the stuff that was building up on the inside wasn't good. And so I'm asking you the question now, we're in your living room, and I'm asking you the question, is your family emotionally healthy? I gave you some definitions. Is it healthy? And an emotionally healthy family doesn't mean that you don't have problems. Because everyone deals with problems. Every family faces problems. It may not be moral problems. It may not be ethical. It could be financial. It could be a health problem. It could be the aging of parents. There could be a lot of things that create problems. But how do you deal with the problems? That's what makes you either emotionally healthy or emotionally unhealthy. And here, the dad was facing a major problem. And the family then is facing a major problem. What was the problem? The younger son, something was churning inside of him that was really, really destructive. To the point where he had the gall. Now, if we were Jewish people living in the first century, when I read verse 11, you would have gotten angry just by me reading the verse 11, even though you weren't part of the story. You would have gotten angry because how dare that younger boy do that? Here's the issue. In Jewish culture, first century, the father would call his children to his bedside when he's on his deathbed and then dispense the inheritance to his children. The fact that the younger boy, or he was a young adult, the younger son comes to his dad is healthy, is strong, he's robust, he's good. And his younger son says, Dad, give me the portion of the inheritance that belongs to me. In essence, he's saying, Dad, I wish you were dead. Just give me my stuff now. I don't want to wait that long. In fact, in reading some historical documents on culture of that day, one man in Middle Eastern society, when his son came to him and said, give me my portion of inheritance, the man who was healthy, he died the next day of a broken heart. So this stuff is heavy. And so he comes to his father and says, Father, give me the portion of the inheritance that belongs to me. In order for the father to give him his portion, he had to sell off a portion of the land, liquidate it to give his son what belongs to him. Watch how the father dealt with his problem now. There's a problem in the home. The older brother's not causing the problem. The older brother's not influencing his younger brother to even change the younger brother's mind. Or maybe this younger brother's not listening to anyone. Whatever is going on there, the younger son is saying, in essence, I don't like this parental control. I don't want to be here any longer. I don't want to be under your auspices, your leadership. And so I need what is mine. Give me what belongs to me. Watch what the father does. The father set reasonable boundaries. In other words, he needed to put some margins, limits to this crisis, that it won't bleed into and destroy the family. And what he did was, by law, he was legally and morally obligated to give his son the portion of the estate that belonged to him. He did that. In setting reasonable boundaries, the father did not stop his son from leaving the home. He didn't say to his son, son, come on, don't leave. Look, whatever I got to do, if we have to bring prostitutes here for you so you can feel good, I'll do that. No, the father didn't do that. The father did not stop his son. See, watch this now. Respect for someone, which is one of the parameters and indicators of an emotionally healthy home, is that I can respect you even if I don't agree with your choices. And so the father, in essence, did not try to hold on to his son, didn't try to manipulate him, didn't try to coerce him, didn't try to pressure him, didn't try to bribe him with anything. The father recognized that the son's choices were his choices, that the son's wishes were his wishes. The son was an adult. albeit a young adult, but the son, he had the right to choose whatever he wanted to do, and though it was destructive, the father knew that I have to put boundaries in place, emotional, healthy boundaries. So my son, if you are so gung-ho about leaving, though I think it's a bad decision, wrong choice, I'm giving you what's yours, and I'm not going to stand in your way. Over the years of pastoral ministry, I've gotten a number of phone calls where, whether it's the husband or the wife, in the instance of marital relationship, where I remember one woman distinctly, she said, Pastor, I need your input. My husband is pressuring me. He told me that if we don't leave and relocate to another state, and she said, though we have no family in that state, no friends in that state, my husband just wants to go to that state. I don't know why. He says, if we don't relocate to that state, he's going to divorce me, and he wants nothing to do with this marriage. It's over if we don't move. And what should I do? I said, tell him go. Now, so you're looking. See, part of us having emotionally healthy lives is that we have to know how to make wise decisions in the midst of crisis. And my fuller answer to the woman was this: let your husband know that you love him, that you want the marriage to work, and you're willing to make the right things, changes and adjustments that may make it even more emotionally healthy, but you will not be manipulated into selling the home, aborting everything that's here for no good reason to go to another state. Let him know if he's free to go if he chooses to. 99.9% of the times when you make those clear boundaries, people fall in line.